Okay, hey everybody. You know, after last night's Royal Rumble, I know a lot of people are questioning because like I said in my review, there are some that liked it, some that didn't, and there are some people that are basically questioning what's the point? What is the reason for this? Some basically are not happy with the direction they're going in. And mostly, as some people would call it, it's the Smarks. True, they cheered when basically Triple H won the match. Triple H eliminated Roman Reigns. Let me kind of explain something, in my opinion, as to why we're in this situation. I want you to notice something. Throughout the rest of the year, I'd say give it after Extreme Rules at most. But for the rest of the year, it seems that even though you will have internet marks at events, throughout the rest of the year, most of the pay-per-view special events, whatever you call them, are don't have the kind of backlash that the Rumble has, or Fastlane may have, or Extreme Rules, or even the one that comes before Extreme Rules, WrestleMania. They don't have that kind of backlash. Why? Because it's the summer, of course, it's the fall, and it's the winter, and we're basically in regular season mode at that time. We're in blockbuster mode during the summer to try to get people's attention, if you will, try to get people's eyes on the product because not much is going on. And the fact that during the fall and the winter, a lot of people are back at school, back at work, and it's also football season. So even though they should try to basically, get people's attention on the product, you know, the internet marks are not going to pay attention because there's not really much going on. Basically, the summer and the fall and basically the early portion of winter are the off season for the Smarks. But when you get to Royal Rumble and basically the beginning of WrestleMania season, that's when the Smarks come out. It's basically regular season now for the Smarks. It is basically Smark season up until after Extreme Rules. And that's a problem for WWE. You see, a lot of these fans, these Smarks, if you call them, um, they come out and they basically say certain things. Even though there's a lot of people that say, hey, the Rumble was great, they're going in this direction for a reason, and this is why. Even though they're trying to explain, and get this is coming from the fellow Smarks as well. The fellow wrestling Smarks or Smart Marks themselves are trying to tell the fellow Smart Marks, hey, this is why they're doing this. I mean, think about it this way. They want to get Roman Reigns. The WWE right now is desperate to get Roman Reigns over as the new face of the company. They are desperate. The only problem, the only problem is right now they're trying to get him over again during a season that's known as Smark season, in my opinion. That I'll just call Smart Mark season or Smark season, and there's nothing they can do about it because these Smarks want something else. Now, yes, they have a right to their opinion. They have a right to want something that apparently, seemingly is impossible at times, or not impossible. I should say not impossible because look what they did for WrestleMania 30. But the point is, these smart marks, they want what they feel is probably best for WWE. But here's the problem: they're not running WWE, and I think that annoys them. I think that's why they do what they say. They say the things they say. That is why they boo something that they should understand. Because, like I said, there are fellow smart marks out there that are telling them, "Hey, look, the reason Triple H won last," and that was my dryer going off. The reason Triple H won last night is so that they can move forward with trying to get Roman Reigns over as the babyface. Basically, WWE, what's trying to be explained here is WWE has an opportunity right now to get someone that a lot of people feel is still too green to be where he's at, be in the position he's in, to get him over as the next face of the company, the next baby face. And you know, these smart marks that are like, that are trying to explain that to the other ones, you know, they're trying to let them know that, hey, just let this ride out, let it happen, and maybe you might come to like it. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Those that don't like it, I mean, okay, true. They cheered for when Triple H eliminated Roman Reigns. Yes, they were happy when Triple H won the Royal Rumble. But here's the problem. Reality set in. Reality set in and made them realize, oh crap, now we got to deal with Triple H Reigns at WrestleMania in the main event for the WWE Championship. But here's the scenario. Here's the scenario that I don't think they're probably not looking at. Here's the big picture. And I think those that are trying to get them to understand that, their fellow smart marks, they're trying to get them to understand the reasoning, the concept behind this is the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is, yes, we're leading towards Triple H reigns at WrestleMania. Yes, it will be for the championship, but there's even more to it. Remember, we have been dealing with the authority storyline for the past few years now. And quite frankly, a lot of people are sick and tired of the authority. They're sick and tired of them cutting way too long of a promo. They're sick and tired of them taking up too much screen time. They want them gone. So, the bigger picture here is that by going in this direction, you're building towards the fact that Triple H is going to face Roman Reigns with everything to lose and nothing to gain. Basically, I'm not saying they might add the stipulation, but if they intend to get a positive reaction and a record out of that record-setting crowd that they're hoping for at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, then they're going to probably do it. They'll probably go with the stipulation that if Roman Reigns beats Triple H and gets back for the third time the WWE Championship, then at the same time, the authority is out of power with no opportunity whatsoever, to be reinstated or even to come back into power. Basically, the authority will be gone. And that is something that a lot of fans have been waiting for. And I think those smart marks that, like I said, reality setting in on them now and making them realize, oh crap, we're dealing with this now. That's the bigger picture. There's more to it. That is the bigger picture. Now, true, would it have been nice if maybe Ambrose won and we could do Ambrose and Reigns at WrestleMania? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the way I see Ambrose right now, if they're going to keep that championship on him until Mania, Ambrose is going to be defending in a fatal four-way match. Yeah, we may have more than one fatal four-way championship match at Mania, or more than one multi-man match or multi-person match at WrestleMania. Because, like I said in my review, I think we're going to end up getting Ambrose, Jericho, Zayn, and Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. I truly see that. I truly see that probably happening. But with that said, would it have been nice of Ambrose Reigns? Absolutely. But the thing is, WWE is doing this because they're making up for the fact that for the past few years, the IWC has pretty much tried to block them from achieving their goals. 2 years ago, Batista won the Royal Rumble. We pretty much knew that was going to happen, even though, as overall wrestling fans, a majority of us wanted Daniel Bryan to win. But guess what? He wasn't in the Rumble. Okay? He wasn't in the Rumble. So looking back on that, I'm sure a lot of the smart marks and a lot of other fans are still pissed about that, and that's okay. That's all right. That's cool. But in the long run, when you think about it, Daniel Bryan did get his opportunity because of the fan base. But you see, WWE doesn't want to deal with that again. They don't want to deal with that again because they don't want to have to risk ruining any plans. WWE right now, whether you like them or not, give them credit for having the cojones, if you will, for sticking to the guns for the past 2 years. The only reason Roman didn't win last year is because he was getting practically booed out of Levi's Stadium. That's why they had Seth Rollins cash in when he did, because they needed some kind of positive ending to send the fans home happy. Now they have an opportunity in their eyes, and this is again where I think fellow smart marks are trying to get them to realize this, along with casual, if not regular wrestling fans are trying to get them to understand this, that the reason Triple H is champion and the reason they're going in this direction is there's a possibility that not only could Reigns win the title back for a third time at WrestleMania, but at the same time, he gets rid of the authority, the one thing that a lot of us, whether we like it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, do not like about Raw. We do not like about WWE programming right now because we pretty much feel they suck the life out of that programming, and it needs to stop. So to me, that's why I believe Eve. So to me, that is why I'm all right with this scenario. When I think about it, I'm okay with it. Am I looking forward to them gloating tonight and all that? Absolutely not. But if they're going to make WrestleMania 32 big, and if they're going to involve The Rock, they got to do something tonight that's going to make that celebration. That's going to spoil the celebration. They got to do something that's going to basically leave a sour taste in the authority's mouth. They got to do that tonight. To make sure, at least, even though the authority has the championship back, it's a bittersweet victory because of tonight. Now, again, the point I'm trying to get at is a lot of those smart marks out there, they have to understand, and again, this is why a lot of people are trying to tell them this, whether it's fellow smart marks or regular wrestler fans, casual, whatever, they're trying to tell them this. They're trying to tell them, look, in the end, you may not like where we're heading, but in the end, it's going to be good. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be something that people are going to like. And it's the WWE's way of trying to finally get a massive crowd at AT&T Stadium, like at AT&T Stadium, behind Roman Reigns. That's why they're doing this. Now, that's the reason. That's the reason they're doing this. Now, what I'm trying to say here is just let them deal with it. Just let them go with that. And who knows what might happen. Who knows what might happen. There might be more to this than meets the eye. Because like I said, the way I look at it, there's a bigger picture to this. That's why they're doing this. The bigger picture is to get Roman Reigns over as a babyface, and especially have him get a positive reaction going from that crowd at AT&T Stadium. Well, that's what they're planning. That's what they're hoping. But here's the deal. Here's the problem. If he's getting booed out of the Amway Center, the Orlando Arena, let's just still call it what I like to call it, the Orlando Arena in Orlando last night, what do you think the reaction is going to be going into WrestleMania? I mean, the WWE is going to have to do whatever it takes in their power to really get Roman over. They're going to have to do whatever it takes in their power to get Roman cheered massively by the fans, and they got 69 days to do it. 69 days. Can they do it? If they play the cards right, they can. And again, if they do it right, they play the cards right, then possibly those that now with reality sinking in and realizing, oh crap, we're going in this direction, whether we like it or not, maybe they might, warm up to it. Maybe they'll start warming up to it and saying, okay, maybe this may not be so bad. Because like I said, I believe, in my opinion, there's more to it than what's being led on. And I believe, in my opinion, it's going to be more than the championship on the line at Mania. I believe the Authority's power and control is going to be on the line as well. And the stipulation is going to be that if Triple H loses, the Authority is no longer in power, and they cannot come back ever. They cannot be reinstated. Nada. I just feel that's coming. I mean, how else are you going to pack AT&T Stadium unless you have something like that, possibly for a stipulation? I'm just saying. But you know, that's why they're going with Triple H and Reigns at Mania. That's why WWE is going with Reigns Triple H at Mania. So hopefully this video helped out, and let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.